Hello, everyone. Welcome to Donna Just Being Real. My channel is about dating, love, relationships, and toxic relationship advice channel. So we're going to get back into this topic again about sewer rat. Yes, back again with sewer rat. Oh my gosh, this is crazy. I actually missed this video, and shout out to BG again for sending this to me. I was like, this is crazy. So sewer rat Darrell Brooks, strapped to wheelchair, rolls into court for hearing. This is insane. Why is this man strapped down? I was trying to find it, but I couldn't find it. If anybody knows, please put in the comment section and let me know. All right, so make sure you hit the like button, share your thoughts and opinions in the comment section, and also share the video. And if you like my commentary, subscribe to the channel too. All right, I deal with everything dealing with relationship, the good, the bad, and the ugly. All right, the toxic and the good parts about relationships, all things relationships. Okay, well, let's get into this. So we're getting back into Surat. Surat back in the news again. Oh my God. So he's going back to court. So let me read this article real quick. This news article that I have here, and then I'll show a couple of videos. All right, this news article came from, where did it come from? Fox 6 Milwaukee. Darrell Brooks, Milwaukee County open cases, 3 remaining. All right, Milwaukee Darrell Brooks, sewer rat, might have been sentenced for his crimes in Waukesha, but his time in the courtroom is far from over. That is because Surat has 3 open cases in Milwaukee County. 2 are pending of Surat's cases in Milwaukee surrounding a domestic violence incident. Brooks was actually out on bond during the time of the Christmas parade. So he was out on bond acting like a fool. You see what I'm saying? This is what I'm talking about. The first 2 cases stem from when Surat allegedly ran over the mother of his child in November 2021. He took the car and ran over the mother of his child. Insane. You know, this man is truly a sociopath, and I'm glad you'll never be able to walk the streets again. Resume reading. That is where the second case starts, when the prosecutor says that Surat later tried to persuade the woman to not cooperate in exchange for marriage. So this man was saying, if you don't say anything, I'll marry you. First of all, Surat, what can you do to provide and protect for your woman? All right, when a man asks a woman to marry them, usually it's because they can provide and protect. You can't do nothing for her. You see what I'm saying? Oh, ladies, you gotta do better. Gotta say it again, do better. All right, resume reading. This happened a short time before Brooks drove through the Waukesha Christmas parade, killing 6 people. Brooke was out on bond for 1,000 in domestic violence case at that time. On Thursday, November 17, Surat was supposed to be in a final pre-hearing for the case above, but Surat's defense attorney asked for it to be postponed. He said due to the trial in Waukesha, he did not have time to prepare. I imagine he didn't have time to prepare because he kept talking so much in the trial. He's being disrespectful, gaslighting everybody when the trial could have been over and done with, but he postponed it. See what I'm saying? But you know what, Surat? Nothing's going to change. You're done. Resume reading. We didn't speak with him because he was busy since the verdict was read. Got back in touch with Surat, and we're speaking again, dealing with the case, but we're asking for an adjournment so that we can now get into how we want to handle the case in front of your honor. Okay. As Robert Hampton, the defense attorney. The third case is from 2020. Brooke is facing several charges, including 2 counts of reckless endangering safety, after prosecutors said that he fired a gun at someone during a fight. See what I'm saying? This man really is dangerous. Oh my gosh. The trial for all 3 cases was postponed, and now there will be a status hearing on February the 2nd, 2023. But we ain't got to worry about ladies. That's in the article. We have to worry about ladies and gentlemen because he'll never be able to walk the streets again. So,
Milwaukee,
all right.
Darrell Brooks might have been sentenced for his crimes in Waukesha, but his time in the courtroom is far from over. That is because Brooks has 3 open cases in Milwaukee County.
Okay, cool. Sorry about that. All right, now let's get back. Now I'm going to show this video. Let me share the screen. All right. Where we at? All right, let's take a look at this clip here, okay? And then I have another clip for you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get it.
It's not over. Christina Vanzel's live in Milwaukee, where Brooks is facing an entirely new trial. Tell us about that, Christina.
Well, Ted, Brooks actually has 3 open cases here in Milwaukee. 2 of those are domestic violence related. And remember, Brooks was out on bond at the time during the Waukesha Christmas parade. Now, the first 2 cases stem from when Brooks allegedly ran over the mother of his child in November 2021. And that's where the second case starts, when prosecutors say he later tried to persuade the woman to not cooperate in exchange for marriage. This happened a short time before Brooks drove through the Waukesha Christmas parade, killing 6 people. He was out on a $1,000 bond in the domestic violence case at the time. Now, today was supposed to be the final pretrial for those cases, but Brooks's attorney asked for it to be postponed, and he says that's because due to the trial in Waukesha, they didn't have time to prepare.
We didn't speak with them, just he was busy. Since the verdict is read, got back in touch with Mr. Brooks, and we're speaking again and dealing with this case, but I'm asking for an adjournment so that we can now get into how we want to handle the case in front of Your Honor.
Now, that third case is from 2020. Brooks is facing several charges there, including recklessly endangering safety after prosecutors say he fired a gun at someone during a fight. Now, all of those pretrials were postponed today, and now there will be a status hearing for all of those cases on February 2nd. Reporting live in Milwaukee, Christina Van Zelst, Fox 6 News.
We're used to seeing Brooks act out in court. What was his behavior like today?
He was silent today. He had his attorney there, so it was a completely different vibe from Brooks today in the courtroom.
I imagine it was a different vibe for him. This man is a fool. But we are so done with him. Oh my gosh, he is totally gone. He is totally gone. You know what I'm saying? But can you believe this, ladies and gentlemen? I have another clip for you. Can you believe this, ladies and gentlemen? He's actually told about, I will marry if you don't pressure. You know what? What can you provide? See, I'm telling you, these sociopaths are delusional. They live in another world. They're not normal. They're not normal at all. Okay, I'm going to show you another clip, ladies and gentlemen. Give me a second while I set it up. Okay. Now, this clip here, this is actually with him when he's in court. Okay, so let's see what happens in the court hearing today. This is crazy. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get it.
Judge, what are you thinking for a day? Yeah. I mean, depending on.
We'll see what I was looking to do. So I hadn't really thought that far in advance. This is State of Wisconsin versus Darrell Brooks Jr., case 20 CF 2550, also calling 21 CF 456 and 21 CF 5020. Appearances.
State appears by Jacob Core and Michelle Grasso.
Attorney Robert Hampton appears with Attorney William Ray.
Brooks's cases were scheduled today before this branch and branch 10 for final pretrials. Mr. Brooks is currently set for trial in both of these branches on December 12th. My understanding is during the course of the morning, both the state and defense counsels met with branch 10, Judge Havis, and there was a discussion about what would happen this afternoon, and it's my understanding that there's going to be a request that we postpone the December 12th trial dates. Is that accurate?
That is correct, Your Honor. We all know where Mr. Brooks has spent the last basic month, and over that month, just out of courtesy, because he's focusing on other things, being his own attorney there in Waukesha. We didn't speak with him because he was busy. Since the verdict was read, got back in touch with Mr. Brooks, and we're speaking again and dealing with this case, but I'm asking for an adjournment so that we can now get into how we want to handle the case in front of Your Honor and also Judge Hobbs.
Mr. Corr and Ms. Grasso, is the state going to take a position on these requests?
No, Judge, given the circumstance that I don't think the state is going to object, the state would have been prepared on December 12th for these matters, but given the circumstances and the defense's inability to prepare, we're not going to object to the adjournment.
All right. At this point, from the court system's perspective, we've begun to make arrangements, and I discussed this briefly with counsel, with Mr. Corr today. The court had reached out to find larger, more dire space for December 12th, and we talked about Waukesha. Court had been kind enough to share a juror questionnaire. We talked about that, but I can't say that significant enough efforts have been made that it would cause problems to move these matters. And given the circumstances here in the events of the last month in Waukesha County, the court does understand why it would have been difficult for Mr. Rakestraw and Mr. Hampton to meet with Mr. Brooks and coordinate strategy on these matters. So for those reasons, the court will grant the request to adjourn these matters. Mr. Hampton and Mr. Rakestraw, at this point, should we be looking at setting new trial and final pretrial dates, or do you think the cases are going to move in a different direction?
At this point, I guess we set a status date so that we can figure out how we want to move forward and also discuss any possible plans, any possible options with the state if those exist.
Mr. Corr and Ms. Grasso, do you want to weigh in on that?
I don't have a position on that, Judge.
All right. From the court's perspective, that's appropriate because I think clearly if we end up setting another trial date for Mr. Brooks, that has to be the in capital letters trial date for these matters. And it's going to take a fair amount of preparation.
Ladies and gentlemen, just look at him. Don't he look pathetic? Just look pathetic, like poor me. See, there he goes with the entitlement again. Like poor me, look at me. I'm dying to know why he's strapped up like that. Anybody who knows, please put in the comment section and let me know. Okay, resume.
On behalf of the state, a fair amount of preparation on behalf of the defense, and a fair amount of preparation on behalf of the court system. And so I think that setting a status date to make sure that that's where we're going to go. I also think that on that status date, we'd set the matters in both courts on December 12th. And it may be that in the future, we need to revisit setting the matters on the same date in both calendars. That's a decision that state, defense, and Judge Hobbs and I can continue to discuss. But at this point, I do think it's appropriate to set these matters for a status hearing. Given the Thanksgiving holiday and the holidays that follow, realistically, Mr. Hampton, Mr. Rakestraw, and counsel for the state, how much time until we know where we're going on these?
If you look at the second week of January, is that possible?
Judge, the challenge for at least for me, is the beginning of January. The first couple weeks, I'm pretty booked up. My first open week in January is the 16th.
I know we just discussed that Mr. Rakestraw on another matter is in intake on the 17th and the 19th. I know we set, and I don't know what, I set a case for Mr. Hampton on the 17th. Mr. Rakestraw, I think we set something on the 18th, didn't we?
Correct, at 3 o'clock.
Okay, so do we want to use that date? I think you had been available a little bit earlier than 3, weren't you?
Your Honor, so I have a sentencing at 1:30 and then have the motion review at 3. I imagine I'll be here. I can easily be here. I hope by 2:30.
That's fine for the state.
On the 18th of January?
Ladies and gentlemen, he knows he has an attorney now. Now he has an attorney, right? Oh boy, resume.
Can we look and see how that would fit on Judge Hobbs's calendar?
I believe it's a trial week for Judge Hobbs, Judge.
I guess if you said you had a sentencing at 1:30?
Correct.
The 19th and 20th, I believe would work better for Judge Hobbs's calendar. I think both the state parties can make that work.
I'm wide open.
I think the reason you're wide open on the 20th is because that's the First District Judge's annual meeting. And so I have a couple things on my calendar, but I think that I'm not really sure how.
But I'm here on that date.
You may be lonely. All right, so.
How about the 19th?
I thought Mr. Rakestraw had intake.
I didn't take it.
Oh.
Can we do 8:30 on the?
We have any transportation issues?
Well, I guess that was a conversation I was going to have as to whether or not, I presume at that point, Mr. Brooks is likely to be at Dodge.
That's makes most sense. But he does want to physically be here in the courtroom as well here.
Okay, then let's pick a different date.
Just as we're having that conversation, I imagine that as we now be in the prison system, we fall under the normal transportation rules. I don't think it should be.
What about the afternoon of January 26th?
I am gone that week teaching.
I'm sorry.
How about the 2nd or 3rd of February? 2nd's better for me, but
I can do the 2nd anytime before 10:30 and anytime after 11. So
Fine by me.
I guess Judge Hobbs may have a Zoom week. I don't know exactly.
Well, but if it's just for scheduling, I guess if Mr. Brooks is produced in person here, we can communicate with Judge Hobbs's clerk if we need to set those dates.
That'd be fine. I mean, she could always appear here too, in this courtroom, just for that hearing too, if that's necessary, obviously.
All right.
If she's okay with that, I'm okay with that.
So Thursday, February 2nd, should we do this at 1:30?
Sure.
Fine.
All right. So for today's purposes, we're going to set case 20 CF 2550 on my calendar on Thursday, February 2nd at 1:30. We'll set 21 CF 4596 and 21 CF 5020 on Judge Hobbs's calendar on that date, with the understanding the lawyers and the judges will be in communication. Mr. Brooks will be produced if Judge Hobbs is unable to accommodate an in-person hearing in her courtroom. We could have her come down here, or Mr. Brooks could be present physically in this courtroom and Zoom in from here.
Judge Hobbs's clerk just sent a text that that date works for them.
Okay.
Just interested in knowing if it's in person or by Zoom.
Mr. Brooks will be produced. All right, so next court date, that's February 2nd, 1:30 p.m. in room, and 20 CF 2550 will be in room 113 of the safety building. The other two cases will be on Judge House's calendar, room 504 of the courthouse. Anything else we need to address this afternoon, Mr. Rakestar Hampton?
Nothing.
Mr. Core or Ms. Grasso?
No, Judge, thank you.
All right, thank you very much.
This is hilarious. Never seen this man shut up. But it's amazing. He acts very different when it comes to males and females. Yes, he does. Look at him strapped up.
Even though we didn't.
I really want to know why Surat is strapped up. This is crazy. Well, maybe they have to strap him up and everything because they know he's just out of control. That could be it. What do y'all think, ladies and gentlemen? Could be that one.
Good afternoon. I presume that's Mr. Dotson at Kettle Moraine. Good afternoon, Mr. Dotson.
Yeah.
Let's just double check. I have someone on the 5th floor. Can you tell me who you are, sir?
Look like he's complaining over there. He's shaking his head about something.
Let me just double check.
So I think he's supposed to be in Cleveland Court.
That would be my guess. Because I know that I've done a bail review hearing and that was. Yes. So if you could let the CO know, your case is not in front of me at 1:30. It's in preliminary hearing court, Mr. Adams. All right. Thank you, sir. All right. And I assume this is Mr. Allen in the House of Corrections?
Yeah.
Good afternoon, Mr. Allen.
Good afternoon, Mr.
We'll be with you in just one moment. There's a case I'm going to call in front of you. I don't think I've seen your attorney yet. But I think we have Mr. Bashirian and Mr. Dotson and Mr. Hampton. So call that. Thanks.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay, well, that's the end of Surat right there. So we're gonna see what's gonna happen with that trial. Well, it's just basic rap. He's just over and done with. They just have to go through the procedures and everything with Surat and everything. But how can you run over your child's mother with a car and then tell her, please don't say nothing, I'll marry you? Like it's some sort of honor to be married to a Surat. Can't believe it. Just look at him. Look at all the faces of evil right here. All the faces of evil. Just look at him. Like I said, ladies got to do better. Why would you even deal and spend your time with him? Why would you even let something like this impregnate you? Oh my gosh. All right, I'm going to end this here. Thank you everyone for watching and leaving feedback. Make sure you hit the like button and everything and share your thoughts and opinions in the comment section. Tell me what you think. And also, if you happen to know why he's strapped down, because I really don't know. I would love to know. All right. So stay tuned for some more of Donna Just Being Real. All right. And ladies, do better out here. Don't waste your time entertaining with some sewer rat like this. Oh my gosh, please don't. Bye.